Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to From the Depths. Yes, I know it's been quite a long time. This series has been on a little bit of a hiatus, with extremely long, protracted and boring deadlines going on at university, including my honours project presentation, one of the big sections about it, and several exams, which are the end of semester one. Some of the more difficult to record series, such as From the Depths, have kind of fallen by the wayside. I'm very sorry about that. I do still adore the game, so don't you worry. We're not quitting anytime soon. Just, it's not the easiest to record and process. So, as you can imagine, it's a little bit more difficult than the others. But, so, to make up for that today, we've got a lot to do. Oh boy, sir and says we have a lot to do. So it's going to be quite a miscellaneous episode, I feel, because I have so many things I want to do. I'm probably going to do little bits on each and then probably call it a day. So let's have a quick recap where we were last time. The lightning hoods have been annihilated. They no longer have a foothold on this fair world, but they do sadly still attest for several of the lands here. So we do need to drive them out, honestly, because they are controlling two of the best resource zones I've ever seen. This one, 300 growth rate on metal resources. I want, because as you can see, we're low on metal, so that's something we need to get to fairly soon. So, also we need to get someone working on here, but I'll make that soon enough. So my plan is twofold. First of all, we're going to need to get to clear these buggers out, so all of my stronger forces are going to have to go round and face it head on at once, because quite frankly I don't think we could win on our own. I don't think the fortress could probably take a strength 112, and I really don't think our ragtag groups over here could do that either. So that's two things I do want to address. So, and after that I do need to make some new, as I said, new fortresses to get the resource zone cash in our pockets, because, well, we have one already empty. And our flightresses, well, let's face it, were there simply to be there. They're not particularly powerful, they're weak, they have no form of defence whatsoever, but they're cheap to make. Now, we need something with a bit of defence, I feel, because as soon as we start attacking the guys up here, most likely everyone else is going to start hating us. Because we have bribed a lot of them currently to get into the position we're in. So without further ado, we're going to start war proceedings. So, I do want the mini-lasses there. Although they're not the strongest of creatures, they are obviously some of our weakest ships. That's why we've got so many of them, because they're cheap and cheerful to make. They will provide one huge benefit, and that benefit is they'll distract the enemy ships. The enemy ships will be firing at our mini-lasses as opposed to our matriarchs and Nurgles and all our other lovely ships, which actually will be doing the damage. So we do want as many of them as we can crowd into there. So we'll put them there, and then the Nurgle, Matriarch and Patriarch can all go this way to join them this section, and finally Fortress X will also do the same and get there. And actually, now I'm looking at it, how did the Fortress get here without aggroing everyone on the way? I have no idea. So Fortress X will do this, I think, a bit of a zigzaggy line and get to the same position as the Matriarch and Patriarch, just go a bit more round. Oh, I do see a problem though, we might end up engaging these guys instead. That might be a better idea. Engage the slightly weaker force first. Then, with what we've got left, hopefully the fortress and the matriarch and such can all take that down by themselves. We can then use the remaining whatever survives, which I imagine will be most of it, to then kind of go this way and that way at the same time, so we're not all barged into one area. That seems like a good plan to me, so I'll be right back when something actually happens. Hopefully something very exciting and amazing. Back in a sec. Ah, drat. Our Vortex was caught off guard by some of the lightning hoods early on. I didn't notice it because I was alt-tabbed, so we're going to have to fight off the strength 20. Oh dear. And that's a big issue. Our ship is not facing the correct way. So this is going to be the first ever test of our ship turning round. Already I can see a problem. For some reason our laser weaponry can't. That I did not know. I wonder why that is. What's... Oh, it's the Medibots. Well, at least we've learnt now against a strength 20 as opposed to something much higher tier down the line. Oh, I forgot to mention, didn't I? Since the last recording, I have made it so all of the major guns there are actually the same size, so they don't fire at different altitudes anymore. What kind of enemy was we fighting anyway? Oh, just a standard submarine. Okay, just a single one of those. That explains the quick defeat. Even without our laser weaponry, which is easily our main gun, honestly, at this stage, it does a lot more damage than the other two. it was still a pretty easy defeat. So a bit of free resources more than anything else, a little bit of a inconvenience, a roadblock put forth by the foul lightning hoods to try and prolong their survival, which they clearly do not deserve. Okay, so what we need to do is remove some of these repair bots so we can actually do that. Okay. The funny thing is that means our rotten bird healer robot has actually gone ahead in front of our fortress. Let's see where he is now. Where is he? There he is, on his own. Okay, so we're going to get the fort back on the move and be right back again, hopefully this time with a more epic battle. Oop dear, that almost ended up in the wrong place. So yeah, back in 1 second. And welcome back again. During that break, there's going to be a lot of breaks today because how slow a lot of my vehicles are, it seems. I decided to do something a bit different. Instead of going and kind of grouping up with all my lovely fellows over here with the fortress, I'm going to separate the fortress off a little bit just because, honestly, I don't think it'll do well because of its sheer size if it's put too close to all the other vehicles. So I think it's better if it's been left alone and it can simply go toe-to-toe with these lightning hoods here, the strength 40. So we're going to get into that match now, see how that goes. I have no doubt in my mind that Fort X, which still needs a freaking name, will do well against its adversaries over here, particularly since now it can even use its laser, which, as I said before, is pretty much its main weapon, which has already carved a hole in the enemy robot and caused a massive explosion. So as you can see, it's doing its job fairly well there. Now, I'm not saying the main gun isn't a freaking good gun, because it really is. If it actually gets to hit the target, because how fast the laser gets to work, the amount of damage it can do is rather atrocious. It just rips things apart. Oh, here comes the missile, our first volley of missiles hitting the target. Hopefully, yep, there you go, it's all landing in one specific area. Oh, I see a small issue. The enemies do have repair tentacles, they are healing each other. My laser's focusing on the one on the right, everything else. The main turret seems to be not quite deciding where it wants to attack, and it's been attacking both sides. It keeps swapping where it's shooting, which isn't really helping too much. Its accuracy does have a bit to be desired, it must be said. But after it's firing for a while, as you can see, it does finally land on the target, and there goes most of the ship, actually. As soon as that volley hits, I mean, just look at that, that's scary as anything. There we are. Now, it must be said, I have never faced a strength 112 enemy before. I have no idea what I am to expect. I've never seen another YouTuber or any guides on how powerful a strength 112 actually is, so I very well may lose my ships here. And I will say here, if that does happen, I will not be reverting the save. Oh dear, torpedoes. Let's see if the shield helps. Well, actually, the shield did a lot of help there. Honestly, that did prevent the first torpedo from actually hitting, and then it's all getting repaired. It only did a little bit of minor damage on the front. Again, basically getting us some free resources, which I'm very, very happy with. Go back to the map, pull all, and we'll get our fortress in position to join the invading force, which of course will be the epicenter, the big thing about this episode today. Hopefully, actually winning. Yes, I did also forget about a single mini las. We have so many of the darn things. So what I'll do is, I'll try and separate these guys out a bit actually while I'm here. While I'm allowing my fort to take position. Sadly, being a fortress, it is rather slow. So it's going to be a while before everything's in position for the end assault. But hopefully we can deal with the strength 98. Maybe it'll do well, maybe it won't. Oh, okay. So apparently 20 of that strength is actually in its resource gatherer though, which isn't that powerful. It's the one with the spinning shield. So that's made me feel a little bit safer. I didn't forget to I did rather forget to factor that in. So hopefully that will make a difference in our fight. The rotten bird, our healer, is all the way over here, so let's get him back to his actual parent ship. And the matriarch and patriarch and Nurgle can all take their positions as far away as possible from each other so they don't crash into each other horribly. Like I said, I do understand the idea of fleets. I do understand that it does make it better if they're all in one group, but it does seem like you can do a lot more when they're all separate. The only issue is them simply crashing into each other. Okay, well I might as well keep you here since this is going to happen quite soon. So make sure to keep the rotten bird nearby because the Fort X must grab it, so send the fort in first to make sure that's in a good position, and then all the rest can kind of flank it behind. Oh, sorry, I had a bit of a sneezing fit there. Had to hopefully I edited out the audio there from my mic. Oh, my word. All this warmongering is making me very sneezing. Oh. Wow, that's fast. Okay, well, I don't like the odds there, so I'm actually going to bring all of the ships round. I was thinking for a second maybe I'll leave it as it is, but actually now I think about it, it would be a lot better to do that. Nurgle could go and face off against that on its own, I think. I don't want any more missiles in this battle, honestly. Missiles scare me, quite frankly, sometimes, particularly when they're on our side. It can become a bit of a nuisance. So I'm going to send Nurgle here, over there. And you are going to go to there. There you are. So the Patriarch's as far away from the Matriarch as possible, because the sheer amount of missiles they both shoot. I don't really want them next to each other, particularly as the missiles come out of their side, out of their broadsides rather than their front. And there's an issue. I hope the Patriarch doesn't get into combat with that. So all I'm going to do is make sure they're away from each other. I'll do that fight afterwards. I'll try and make sure that only this fight's going on to start off with, if at all possible. Make sure it's facing the right way. Both of them are. Excellent. Is the fort facing the correct way? Oh, it wasn't, but it is now. Okay, fort can go in first. I don't really know why now I think about it. I'd much rather lose one of my Patriarch or Matriarchs than the Fort X. Oh dear. Everything just went into combat because of how big the area goes afterwards. I completely forgot about that. Oh my word, how fast is that thing moving even in ×1? Okay, well, Patriarch, I can't even summon you in because how many points have been spent. So it's the Matriarch, the Patriarch, and the Rotten Bird. Sorry, it's the Matriarch, the Fort, and the Rotten Bird. And lag. Oh my word! It's one of you guys again. Where is the... Oh good, the bird's already attached, good. Well, it seems like we're doing quite a lot of damage to it, and the sheer volley of shots... Oh no! We have took some damage as well. It seems to have laser weaponry, which isn't what I wanted to see. Oh my word, look at this thing. It's gorgeous, but really creepy at the same time. Okay, I have a few issues here. But number one, where's my other ships? Why aren't they helping out? Did I turn off their AI? Oh, darn it, why did I do that? You off, you on, okay, you combat. Okay, there we go. So the Matriarch should be firing soon. Oh, there's two other... Oh, darn, there's a lot of enemies then. I just caught my laser weapon doing a bit of a dance. So there's two submarines as well. Now, I don't know where my Matriarch is. That's the... Oh, there it is, over there, okay. So the Matriarch is safely over there. I'm not sure if it's actually fighting or not. Let's teleport over to it and see what's going on there. Teleport over to Matriarch. What are you doing, lass? Oh, here... Yep, no, it is indeed fighting. It's just fighting the other ships. Okay. Let's get back to my main ship then. Let's see how the fort's doing. Obviously the fort is my main concern, honestly. The healing, I'm very happy to say, is doing its duty. The Rotten Bird is possibly the real MVP of our group. It really does do so much. Oh, that's the main ship. It seems to be downed. Wow, this fight's really spread out, isn't it? Oh, no, never mind. There it is. Oh, dear. It just crashed into us and caused serious damage. My entire turret just got took out. Oh, that's not good. It's coming in and get... Is that actually part of its AI to do that? I mean, if so, that is both really impressive and really annoying. Hopefully the Matriarch can take down the two submarines by itself, so if it does, it can come and help out our fortress. Which is doing a lot of damage right now, I must say, because it's got in such close quarters. Although it's doing a lot of damage to us, it also means it's point blank against our main cannon, which is just tearing it apart. I see huge chunks of the robot coming apart, even with all those balloons trying to defend it, the coward. I also see a lot of fragmentation weapons going off in the background as our Matriarch fires a volley after volley into the submarines, which I think it's pretty much won. Our damage turret seems to be almost back online as well, which is good to see. I would like the laser to be back, but honestly I don't think the laser would do much in this situation just because of how many balloons are in the way. Oh, so our missiles are going in. They're actually going to hit the target. Looks like they're a little bit shy. Oh no, they did hit, and they are fragmentation mostly, so that's good. The Matriarch I think has won its battle. It just needs to clear up the trash. Actually, can we order it to move? Perhaps get closer to us. Wouldn't be a terrible idea if we moved that way. Sorry for the immense lag. It's the CPU usage. I think almost all YouTubers who play from depths you've seen, as soon as it gets into a battle, their FPS turns to snot. Well, I'm fairly certain at this stage that this ship is pretty much dead. It's just a matter of taking it completely from the sky. I'm seeing huge explosions. There's almost nothing holding it together other than those weird light blocks. Also, a continued assault from the Matriarch. It's almost completely destroyed the submarines. So that wasn't actually too bad. We lost a lot of health at one point when it rammed us, which is very surprising from a flyer. But we did handily dispatch it. The laser right now back online, thankfully. Doing its job as always. Well done, laser. Oh, our main turret's still a bit hurt though, but our rotten bird is still healing it, which is great. I think there's huge explosions going over the submarine still. They're still being taken out. Wow, that thing really did take a pound. I mean, that thing must have just stood there for a good minute or two. That main turret, which is very powerful, I may say, if apparently a little bit inaccurate, just pounding on it. Oh, there it goes. It's evaporating. It's nothing. It is now salvaged, and it is gone. And my FPS has a little bit of a break because now the lag from that CPU is gone. And of course, now all my weapons change target for the submarines and continue their firing to help out the Matriarch finish the job. Well, there we are. A glorious day to be Lathcorpion. So that's the defenders dealt with. Now we've got to deal with the actual refinery. Or the resource gatherer, I should say. Yeah, that is pretty much that. It seems like when there's only a single Matriarch, the whole missile issue we've seen in the past, with it kind of hitting itself, doesn't really occur. It's more so when there's a couple of them, it seems to screw up the AI a little bit. I do love the missiles coming from the side, I must admit. Well done, Matriarch. You've did your country proud. So that's that battle done. We've dealt with that, so we can start getting our guys ready for the final assault on their main. I don't know if Nurgle can actually handle this, honestly, because Nurgle was not built to do well. No, sir. It was built to kind of just be there and look pretty, honestly. Rotten bird, 4x. Okay, make sure 4x is the one moving, which it is. Excellent. Rotten bird, you can follow shortly after. Okay, well, let's get Nurgle into position for the last battle of this quadrant. There we are. Most of our ships are pulled, so the lag's gone again. The issue is these will be stuck in combat if I do combat here, but I just won't summon them in. That's all. Okay, Nurgle, summon in. I do need to do something about Nurgle, actually. I am thinking about adding more weaponry, honestly, because it's... Although it does look plaguey and disgusting, as is the intention, which is lovely. Also, no lag, glorious, because there's only one ship firing. It does have a tendency not to have enough missiles. Also, yeah, I didn't realise when I designed this that was going to happen. Some of the tentacle kind of plague boils on the structure do actually get in the way of the targeting laser. Also, the missiles aren't long range enough. All issues I brought up last time we played with it last time, things I still need to fix. It's still a work in progress, this one. Oh, it can fire back. Okay, that's not what I wanted to see. Am I actually on the ship? Excellent, so I can heal it just fine. Let's do a bit of building while it's firing. So, it needs more fuel. That's one thing we've obviously just seen. So, let's change out one of the fins for fuel tanks. I know it kind of sucks because our control is going to go bye-bye, but... actually getting to the target is quite important. Oh! Well, there goes our top. Don't really lose much from that, though, honestly, so that's okay. Hopefully they'll now have the double fuel tanks. Excellent. Of course, this side won't, because that's not how it works. Fuel tanks on component at the side, and then... oh! Oh! Ooh, dear, things getting hurt. I'm going to destroy this just for now. No, and I will rebuild it in a different way in the future, just a bit more hugging of the frame. Oh, just took some damage on the head again. Why is it going for the... oh, because my AI core's in there, isn't it, along with me? Oh, wait, there we are. Okay, now all the missiles are actually going in the correct way, but we've already defeated it. Excellent. So this is the ring I really wanted, so I'm very happy. We've got the resource ring we were after already, which is glorious. I don't think Nurgle will be participating in the end battle, I'm afraid. but it did its job. It did it well, and it did it disgustingly, which is the important things. I do love missile cruisers, but I just haven't built a good one yet. I do need to build one which has better missiles and more of them, so that'll be something in the future. Okay, back to map. I'm going to pull all, get Nurgle over there, because we can use him to help build the next design. Okay, be right back, sir and sirettes. Possibly for the last battle of today. Let's see how this goes. Hopefully we can completely clear the lightning hood scum from our land. If not, we can just cry a little bit inside. Back in a tick. Okay, sir and sirettes, here it is. Everything is basically in position to bait out the main force of this last defense. I'm hoping it's similar to the last one in composition. As much as I do hate that flyer to bits, I wouldn't be too upset to see it, honestly. Plus, this time we can hopefully get everything fighting. Okay, that is definitely the flyer. I mean, look at the speed of that thing. Okay, so we're going to try and get the Patriarch and the Matriarch in on this combat. As much as I want to bring the others, I don't think I'll have the resources for it. So this is really what it comes down to. Can we defeat the Strength 110 fleet? Oh my word. This is honestly terrifying. Let's see if we can get this Matriarch and its healer as far away as the rest as possible. Let's see, we can, excellent. Make sure we're aiming at it. Rottenbird can follow the fort into battle, of course. So, yeah, let's spawn in things then. Oh, slight issue, the Patriarch's a bit closer to that, well, to the wall than I'd like. I'm hoping it'll go after the fortress or the Matriarch first. As strange as that sounds, considering I don't really want to lose them, particularly not the fortress, more so anything else, they can both kind of heal. Oh no, out of resources already. Darn. I know I can increase that, but I kind of have had it at the same level for a while now, so I'm quite comfortable. So it's the Patriarch and the fortress versus the enemy fleet. Where are they? Wait, I spawned you facing the correct way. What happened? Okay, 2 flyers, and 1. Yeah, okay, so one of the ones I kind of wouldn't mind seeing, but kind of would hope it wouldn't be here. The submarines that have been plaguing us for a long time, and some form of flyer with a regular laser, not a pulse laser. That's a curious thing. Oh, we are taking a lot of damage. We are taking so much damage on the fortress. The Patriarch, however, is being completely ignored, and thus is able to rain down death from its main cannons, which are fairly powerful, it must be admitted. It's not exactly a weak weapon. In fact, it's stronger than the fortress's main cannon, just shoots a lot less. The missiles are a bit slow though, I don't think they're going to catch up. I was hoping maybe they'd swap target to this thing. This thing seems quite easy to knock out of the air, so I was hoping it might go after that, but sadly not. Okay, something exploded, not sure what. What exploded? Oh, good, it was the enemy ship. Okay, I was actually almost certain it was going to be our main fortress, because honestly, well, it's being battered with little laser shots all over itself, so yeah. The good thing is, even with its extremely powerful shields, when it comes in like this to try and ram us, it does get a face full of damage. Oh, good! Something did target the other ship, and it is actually doing its job fairly well. I've just seen a huge chunk of it fall. Oh, it's the side gun. It's not even the main gun of the Patriarch. I did forget the Patriarch is a very viable warship. I am very sorry, Patriarch. I've been focusing on the fortress for a long time now. And the sheer volleys of our main gun is mostly missing, which is actually really upsetting. And our turret there has completely broken, so is our... Oh my word, what's going on there, lads? Can you function again now, please? Okay, the other ship's coming to make a pass and it's being hit by everything. Is the laser working now? The laser seems to be... Oh, laser, what are you doing? No! This needs to be fixed. This needs to be fixed. I have fixed this so many times. There is no reason this should happen anymore. It's actually shooting. That's... Well, I admire its... I admire its determination. And on the upside, that smaller flyer seems to be being taken out quite nicely. Ah, damn, the submarine got repaired enough to start firing again. Where's the other big fellow? Is over there. Okay. Oh, that's going to hit us at this rate. Don't crash into us, crash behind us. Both of my turrets have now been doing the dance at least once today. Yeah, that's gone straight through our ship. Okay, turrets, really? I've tested them out so many times, I really should not be doing this anymore. But I'm still very glad that our Patriarch is being quite left alone, honestly. It's quite happily just shooting everything it can see and doing its job fairly well. Hey, if the laser actually worked, then I'll just take a few shots. Wait, one? Oh my word, there's two flyers! Oh, silly Lathrix, you blind! That laser is a bit of a nuisance, it must be said. Well, there goes our main turret. I think it's just because of how much is going on, it's causing that to happen. Alpha is alpha and all that good stuff, I guess. Let's go over to the Patriarch. I don't like looking at that when that's happening. It's just go onto the Patriarch's turret, have a relax, and watch a gun that is actually functioning. And slowly running out of ammo. Probably not being helped by the fact it's got this little gun here, which is rapid firing into, I'm guessing, the other ship which got downed earlier. I do feel like I'm kind of being circled over on the fortress, though. Honestly, it's kind of circling around, and we aren't really able to respond too well. How's the fortress's health looking? Fortress is at 99%. The Rotten Bird's taken some damage at some stage, which is rather surprising, considering it's literally underneath our ship. There we are. Ah, there is some anti-missiles coming from the little flyer. Ah, that's a nuisance. That would explain why I haven't seen a single missile actually make contact just yet. One of their ships is going way off course because of well, it's broken, honestly, so that's at least no longer going to become an issue. So one of their laser weaponry is now offline. Back on the fortress, everything is glitching out like insanity, which is lovely. Maybe I should go back onto the fortress, because then at least I can provide healing. Ah, good, our laser's once again working and shooting the crap out of the ship. The flyer, which is great. I need to memorise the names of these ships, because honestly I don't know any of the Lightning Hood ships' names. I know a lot of the Deepwater Guard, which of course no longer exist. Oh, big explosion somewhere, not sure where. Hopefully an enemy. Darn, those anti-lasers are being a real nuisance. So these anti-missiles are a real nuisance at this stage. Now, what I would like, honestly, is if the fortress could target something other than the flyer at some point, because it's not really getting a chance to shoot it most of the time. It's only getting little tiny moments. And actually, now I think about it, it is probably best I am staying on the Patriarch. The Patriarch actually has no way of healing itself. So, well, other than a few medibots, there's no healer following it, unlike my other two ships. So it is best I'm staying on there, because that way I can act as its personal healer and hopefully do a bit of help there. Even if it has run out of ammo, which is rather upsetting. Oh, and the turrets are doing the dance again. I think it's when they're trying to aim at something that goes over them it does that. I'm not sure why. I feel like we're very steadily winning, because everything on the enemy side has taken a good bit of damage. Just a matter of it's taking some time because of how it is. It's not the most it's not the most thrilling of battles at this stage. Oh my word, you're kidding me. This flyer has healing tentacles and is healing the big flyer. Oh, we also just took a huge chunk of damage to our side turret, which isn't the best. Which also isn't the best, in fact it's offline and doing the dance again. Considering they're both AI weapons, this is rather ridiculous, honestly. Ooh, both of us just crashed into each other, which I'm completely okay with. And they ran straight into the path of our side gun on the Patriarch, and so it took a lot of damage there. The fact they're all healing each other is not helping our cause at all. The fortress is not doing well at all. I mean, that fortress would have lost. I think the Patriarch today has won the battle. Honestly, both of these smaller ships are both in complete disarray. Both of the small flyers and the big ship, well, it's taken quite a bit of damage over time. It's not exactly looking good. It's not looking too damaged, but at the same time, I really wish it would go down. Also wish our guys would perhaps target the smaller ships. I'm not going to have to edit this. There's a good chance I've already edited this part out because how long it's taking, so you might not even see this. But if I haven't edited it out, I probably will now. So possibly goodbye. I'll keep talking anyway. Oh, It ran away? It despawned. What? Never mind, we're not going to edit this part out. What happened there? Well, that's good though, because it means our gun's now targeting things that can actually shoot. Thank you. Also, I think the damage being done to our rotten bird has been done to by ourselves. It's kind of glitched out into the floor. That's not good. That's not really very good, is it? I will, however, heal it automatically when I'm next on that ship, so... when I'm next on the fortress. There we are. Look, things are actually taking damage now, and the enemy is fleeing. Honestly, I'll probably just let it flee. I have no real concern about it just running away. Saying that, we have got a lot of resources from doing this. A lot of resources indeed, so I'm happy regardless. I'm going to cut now until this very odd battle is over, and we can continue with our lives, because that took a very long time. Although that was a very pretty formation of missiles. Back in a second. Okay, we are back. Surprisingly, the flyer that fled from the combat has just respawned. I'm not quite sure what caused that to happen. Possibly something to do with just being here for too long. Maybe it got too far away from the initial start of the fight. I don't really know that kind of thing. But it is back in the fight, and quite frankly, it's spawned in quite a bad place. Because when it spawned, it lost all of its altitude, at least a lot of its speed. So it kind of landed right in the centre of everything hitting it. So it's also on its side. Being on its side, I can't imagine is the best thing. We have killed all the other robots, all the other enemy ships, I should say. So all that's left is this thing. I must say, its shields definitely deserve a round of applause, because look how much damage those things can actually knock away. It's clearly built to survive more so than anything. Because honestly, I've never really felt threatened by the thing. It's never really done too much damage to us, and that is a position I would not like to be. Oh, also found out what's wrong with the rotten bird. It simply spawned in on the floor. Next time we'll have to spawn it on a higher altitude. I'll repair it later. And it'll be back as our personal healing totem. Oh dear. Just saw, though, our Patriarch is going to destroy our own ship if I let it continue, so you can stop. There you go, turn the Patriarch off so it can no longer fire and, well, hit our own ship. It's just destroyed like glass there, which is nice. So all we're doing now is literally watching death. It's just point blank destruction with a laser, 3 main guns and the side cannon. All I know is these things, I do like them. Very tanky flyers. Kind of wish I could board it and take it over, but honestly that would take far too much effort. So I'm going to just allow it to be destroyed leisurely. So we can just sit back, relax, have a cup of tea, and see how the vehicle simply evaporates, I should say, into complete nothingness. Is it made out of like solid metal? I mean, how is that thing so fast and yet so defensive? Got some light blocks to hold it together, and it's got a lot of, I think it's just light alloy. Oi, Patriarch, I thought I turned you off. Are you still shooting missiles? Maybe they're from before. Yeah, all those missiles are actually from the freaking Patriarch. So what I'm going to do very quickly now is take the Fortress and Rottenbird both out of reality for a second, so the missiles can't hit us in the face anymore. So just pull all. Everything's been pulled. Times 10. There we are. And I will allow the Patriarch... You know what? I will allow the Patriarch the honours of destroying that, and then we'll call it. Next episode we'll be reinforcing our land, because we have 4 resource zones not being controlled by us, which have no defence, so we can easily take them over. And I also need to fix up the Rottenbird, which is, well, essentially destroyed. It's at 2% health. Yeah. Not really sure how that actually happened. I should have paid more attention. But here we go then, the end of today. Let's just wrap up by murdering some more horrible, foul lightning hoods, which, honestly, deserve the treatment they're getting. So, turn the Patriot back on. The turret turns, and I do prefer the small fights sometimes, because look how less lag there is. I mean, it's still lag, but so much less. Oh yeah, I forgot that it does that. I didn't turn it the right way, did I? Nope. It'll turn itself round soon. Plus, honestly, it's going to be the main turret that does this shipping anyway, so... As you can see, that was the 3rd double round that hit, and it's already completely annihilated the bottom of this fine, very odd resource gatherer. There goes the entire bottom half, which means the top half has nothing to stand on, which means it's being destroyed. There we go. And the missiles finally arrive. Able to hit absolutely nothing. So yeah, that was that then. That was a nice little end to it. We've done then. And our little fleet over there didn't get to do anything. Ah. But the Orhurst area, the main area, seems to be now completely under our control. We can now happily skip, jump, and make merry and control the rest of the world. We have got little things to do, like the coffin refit needs to deal with the rest of the deep water guard, but I don't really care too much about them. The fortress will be respawned in soon, and nearby we can start producing our new fortresses, our new mini fortresses, which will have some form of defence, because honestly I feel like we're going to annoy everyone at once as we push up north, and I don't want to lose my main resource zones, because as we've seen we can lose metal quite fast. Well, thank you for watching, Sir and Sirettes. I feel like I've done quite a few things wrong today, but I feel that we did well overall. We've got our resource zones, we've got what we came for. I'm very sorry again for how long it took between episodes. Thank you for watching. Comments, likes, favourite, shares and everything, always very welcome. Do take care and have a nice day. Hope to see you next time.